Hey everyone, welcome back to Up and Adam Channel 2. Hi guys. We are back to talk about a new lawsuit going on with the Real Housewives of Orange County, at least one in particular. And also Andy Cohen said he didn't want to share this, but decided to share this, giving us a little bit of an update for season 16 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I love the excitement before I get into it. I do love the excitement. It makes me feel hopeful and it makes me feel like, okay, we might have something to look forward to here. But we're going to break it all down. And before we do, you guys know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And also a huge thank you to everyone who joined me for my recap today with Kiki from the Talk of Shame. Thank you to everyone who went and checked out my episode with Kristen Doty on her podcast today. Thank you for the after party last night and joining Jason and Josh and everyone for Anchor Watch. It's been a busy last 14 hours. So let's get into it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Okay, guys, so we're back to talk about this first, and then we'll get into the rest of it. But Radar Online. Jennifer Pedant was slapped with a $133,000 lawsuit. Okay, get this. Her and her business partners were slapped with a bombshell lawsuit over alleged unpaid rent. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, the Plaza El Pazio Center sued Jennifer along with her estranged husband, William, and two partners, David and Lisa Raymond. Jennifer and her partners run a yoga company named Debbie Rebel Yoga, and the business operates out of a location in the Plaza Center. This is in Santa Margarita, California. So the center said that Jennifer and her partners leased a spot at the shopping center in November of 2019. The reality star paid an $18,300 deposit, and the landlord said that the lease has been amended twice since 2019. Per the deal, Jennifer would pay $4,651 in rent for the first 6 months, but it would increase to $9,000 for months 7 through 12 and then continue to rise as time went on. Now, the lawsuit claimed on November 1st of 2023 and continuing thereafter, defendants, and each of them, failed to pay the rent obligations due and owing under the lease in full on time. So the lawsuit said that Debbie Rebel Yoga failed to comply with a notice to pay or quit served on February 24th, 2023, demanding the payment of then unpaid rents due under the lease. Now, the landlord said that the rent payments were $9,875 per month. That's a lot of fucking yoga when Jen Pedant stopped paying. The lawsuit demanded $133,000 from Jen and her associates, and Jen has yet to respond to said lawsuit. Does a yoga studio make that much money? How much is a yoga? I would imagine it would be about, let's say you're making about $120 for a membership. Now, $9,500 divided by 120. So you would need at least 79 people to have an unlimited membership. And then from there, that's not even paying the electric bill. That's not paying for people to teach the classes. That's not you drawing a profit from the business. Really, you would probably need about 300 people going to this yoga studio. I mean, I see the yoga studios all over the place, so I'm sure there's some really successful ones, but then I think about it too, and you can go to a gym like Crunch or I don't know, there's a few of them where you can pay $100 and they have yoga classes and cycle classes and Pilates classes. I'm not downing her business. I just don't technically understand the business model and how anybody would think that this would be a profitable business unless Santa Margarita is just oversaturated with a bunch of people who love yoga. And it is California and people are in their Zen phase. So I could be totally off on this. Just saying, I'm not always right, guys. Not always right. So a source close to Jen told RadarOnline.com that the debt is currently being handled. And as Radar first reported last month, Jennifer rushed to court as part of her ongoing divorce from her ex, William. She filed a motion pleading with the court to order her ex to pay monthly spousal and child support. Now, William filed for divorce in 2023, months before she made her appearance on Orange County Housewives, but in his filing, he listed the date of marriage as September 21st and the date of separation as January 3rd. He demanded joint legal and physical custody of their children, and he did agree to pay spousal support. In her recent motion, she is asking the court to award her sole custody of their 4 minor children. Lawsuits, custody battles, spousal support. Girl, you got your hands full. All right. I want to move over to Atlanta for a second because at least like this is positive and happy. Thank you to All About the Real Housewives. Bravo executive producer Andy Cohen is opening up about what is going on the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. Okay. During Tuesday's episode of SiriusXM's Andy Cohen Live, Andy Cohen discussed the future of the Housewives following Kandi Burruss's exit. He said, I talked a lot about Kandi yesterday, and I think Kandi's leaving, of Housewives of Atlanta is now having everyone saying, well, what is happening with the Housewives of Atlanta? Why aren't we getting an update? What's going on? And I didn't want to talk about that. But Andy Cohen's hosts were dying to know if any of the former Real Housewives of Atlanta stars were returning to the show for season 16. And he wasn't naming names, but he did say, well, I do want to say I'm not announcing anything. And I can imagine him saying, well, I do want to say I'm not announcing anything, but we are on it and the casting is superb. And it's funny because I saw casting last week, and last week I was thinking, okay, this is going to be great. We have a sense. I can hear him talking like that. He also continued and said, and by the way, now that we know Kandi is leaving, that also allows us to put other puzzle pieces together and figure out, okay, well, where do we go here? And she's a big loss. But I think, it allows us to figure out the future. And I guess this is me just saying, I'm very excited about the casting that we have. Very. That immediately makes me think of Portia and Phaedra, which we have heard rumors of Phaedra. Meanwhile, again, back to the rumors. They've been swirling that Kenya Moore will be returning for season 16 and also joined by Portia Williams. Earlier this week, the Neighborhood Talk reported that Portia and Kenya are locked in for season 16, and sources claim that because of Kandi's exit from the show, the door could be open for Phaedra Park's return. Even though she's not married to medicine. Might we be getting her back? But RadarOnline.com did report that while Portia is in talks to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she hasn't signed a contract to officially rejoin the show. No one has signed a contract for season 16. No one is locked in. Then I saw somebody on TikTok ask me if Portia was getting a divorce. I don't know where that came from. I have not seen this. I don't think so. They were just in Costa Rica at their home, vacationing together. They're always dancing together. I mean, listen, it is social media, so you can portray anything you want any way that you want. And I get that. But I really don't think that her and Simon Gobadia are getting a divorce. And I think that the reason that she originally stepped away was because it was going to be unhealthy for her after Simon and Fallon split and she got with Simon. She knew that all of the ladies were going to come at her about her relationship. And also, he had a lot of money, has a lot of money. So she chose between him and the show. Simon, Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I don't think she wanted to deal with it. I really don't. But guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. So go ahead, smash that like button, pop off in the comments, show some love. And I think I'm going to go into a 10-hour slumber. I am absolutely fucking exhausted. And that's okay. I think I'm delirious. I need eye drops. I'm so tired. Love you guys. See you next time.